move to our next slide. There you go. So, tonight you will be drinking wine that is very different from what you're probably used to. This is, okay, thank you. So, basically, if you are aware of hashtags such as no filter or woke up like this, natural wine is exactly that. It is wine with no additions and no subtractions. Um, if you like wine, and the wine that you're used to drinking is not natural, that's fine. I don't think natural wine is here to take the place of conventional wine. But I'm already telling you that there are at least 78 additives that are legally allowed to be added to wine. And they are not required to write it on the label. Okay, there's nothing wrong with adding those things to wine, but when we talk about health and wellness, which I think is not a fad, okay, because I think when something is related to longevity and good quality of life, well into your 80s, you know, you actually want to make a good choice. Right now, women in the room, I'm sure you always ask yourselves, if you're putting something on your skin, does it have parabens? Does it have any preservatives? Where is it from? How is it made, right? And that's something that you put on the surface of your skin. But if it's something you're eating or drinking, I think you have to pay more attention to where it's coming from and how it's made. So natural wine is very simple. The philosophy is all about low intervention winemaking. So natural refers to the method of making wine. And when you say organic or biodynamic or sustainable, you're actually referring to the way that the grapes were grown. So natural wine, all natural wine starts with at least organic grapes. What does that mean? There are no chemical sprays that are allowed to be used in the vineyards. No pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, no chemical fertilizers. You are just basically relying on what Mother Nature gives you. Therefore, even the way the wine is made respects that fully. There are no inoculated yeasts. So if you know how to make wine, you know that it's sugar from grape juice, then you add yeast, and that yeast eats up all of the sugar and converts everything to alcohol and carbon dioxide. So with natural wine, the yeasts that are used to convert sugar to alcohol is all natural. It is already existing in the barrel, in the cellar, in the mustache or the beard of the winemaker, in the hands of the grape grower. Nothing added. And then, natural wine, before bottling, there will be very, very little, if at all, additional sulfites. Sulfites is actually what makes wine last longer. So, when you start with good fruit, you do not need to put too much preservatives because that is going to taste good and it's going to last. But if you start off with bad fruit, then that's when you need to put all sorts of additives to the wine. So natural wine starts off with organic grapes. Those grapes are pressed. Native yeasts are then allowed to convert all of the sugar into alcohol. The wine is then bottled without fining and filtration. Are there any vegans in the room? I doubt, because we're all food people. But a lot of people actually say that all wines are vegan because it's just made from grapes. But if you're drinking conventional wine, people, that is fined and filtered using animal byproducts. So they actually use egg whites and fish protein. So all natural wine is vegan because it does not come into contact with any animal byproducts, because most of the wines are unfined and unfiltered. So tonight, please do not be scared when you see that the wine in your glass is cloudy or hazy, because it is not fined and not filtered. Okay. Conventional wine, on the other hand, and I'm not saying this to scare you, but I'm just letting you know that conventional wine usually come from vineyards that are sprayed with synthetic chemicals to improve yields. Why do you need to improve yields? At the end of the day, winemaking is a business. You need to be able to make a lot of wine to sell and make a lot of money, right? So natural winemakers do not use any of that. And the wine has actually, if you love your Bordeaux and your Burgundies, those are all shaped by government regulations. It is labeled as such because the government of Bordeaux says it is okay to call it Medoc or Margaux or Pomerol or Saint-Emilion. But with natural wine, you will notice, if you care to look at the bottle later, they do not follow the rules of the appellation. They usually use the grapes that ripen naturally in the vineyards, so they are not allowed to put any AOCs or AOPs or even IGP. It is just Vin de France or Vin de Table or whatever the corresponding label is for the country that it's grown in. So tonight, we actually have 4 wines. 3 of them are made by one of our favorite women winemakers. I don't think the slide likes me because it keeps on turning off. There you go. So the first wine is from this winemaker in Austria. Her name is Judith Beck. And this is a Pétillat Naturel. So Pétillat is the oldest way to make sparkling wine. It is not champagne, it is not cava, it is not prosecco, it is not a cremant. It is also not an asti. So this is a wine that starts fermenting in a stainless steel tank, and it is bottled under pressure, and it is enclosed with a bottle cap, or in Filipino, tansan. So by the time you open the bottle, you have no idea what the residual sugar is. It is very unpredictable. A lot of people who like to know what the wine is going to taste like long before they open it are probably not gonna like it. But hey, life is short, so you actually want to be surprised by what you drink. At least with natural wine, you will never know what you will get. And that is a good thing, at least for Pétillat. So that is our first wine. And if you guys are ready, can you please pour a round of Pétillat for our guests tonight? There is a menu card on your seating, on your table, and we have actually picked out certain items from the menu from Dr. Wine tonight that we felt would go very well with this Pétillat. So this is true farm to table or farm to glass. She is very much involved in the making of her wine. I think somebody told me earlier that this tastes like beer, a little bit like beer. But if it is served at the right temperature, you will actually be able to get some fruit flavors on the palate and on the nose. I'm pretty sure everybody here knows how to taste. But if you want to appreciate wine, 80% of the experience comes from aromas. So if you want, you can give your wine glass a swirl, not too aggressive, guys, just enough to disturb it, to allow it to breathe and let oxygen come into contact with it because it's been trapped in the bottle for a while. And then sniff. If you're not smelling anything, it's because the wine is too cold. But so you can warm it up a little bit with your hands. But seriously, guys, drink it while it's cold. You cannot cheers with an empty glass. Here. I want to give you my wine. See, Helen likes the wine. And usually natural wine, alcohol is actually lower. Natural yeasts are lazier than commercial yeasts. They tend to die way before they finish all the sugar. So it is not unusual to find a little bit of residual sweetness in some natural wines. This one I find to be very dry, meaning no sweetness on the palate. very good level of acidity, which makes it a really, really nice food wine. But also, you can drink it without food. It's a swimming pool wine, as the French would say, à la piscine, you know. You take it out on a day when you're having a swim. It's a beach wine, easily gluggable. If you don't know how to open a bottle of sparkling wine, this comes with a tansan. So if you know how to open a bottle of beer, you can drink this wine too. It is the most unpretentious sparkling wine you'll ever drink. Okay. Yeah. Yes. It's a day drinking wine. You know guys, day drinking is good because you metabolize your alcohol early. Doesn't get in the way of sleep. I am an advocate of day drinking. Just don't drink the entire bottle. Yes, come to Supernatural. Our pop-up is at BGC. We're open 11 a.m. So if you want to start drinking at 11, you can. Yeah, it's always 5 p.m. somewhere, right? So you can drink at 11. Yeah. But they cannot. Yeah, thank you. So after these guys get their wine, we can probably do a toast. I mean, if you still have wine in your glass. Is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday today, right? So it's Wine Wednesday. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, cheers. Cheers. Thank you for the company and for enjoying our wine with us. Cheers, guys. And if you're going to post any photos, please tag Supernatural Wine. It was nice, right? Okay, please enjoy it with your food, guys. Brunch wine. I need to check what the name
It's really dry.
Dry lang siya, parang siyang beer. Lasa yung yeast. Oo, yung yeast. Manchego ata yun. Manchego, no? Manchego. Manchego yun. May smell din siya. Manchego. Parang ako 60% whiskey, 40% wine. Ang beer? Hindi na mga 10%. 10 to 60. May brewer's system.
Pero wala daw eh. Wala siyang yeast, diba? Sabi, natural yeast.
Guys, if you like wine, we are online, supernatural.ph. You can order from us. We are on sale currently for the holidays. Our pop-up is actually beside the entrance of Manila House in 7 Neo. Supernatural is one of the companies under the Evo X Ventures group of companies. One of the businesses is EVs, electronic vehicles. So we're all about trying to live a sustainable lifestyle. We have Kite Farms, it's also an organic farm in Cavite. And Supernatural is just our natural wine.
Pet nut.
And this I love so much. I actually named my cat after this grape variety. It is, as it says, it's hard to pronounce but very easy to drink. So if you were in a blind tasting, for example, Gewürztraminer is probably the easiest grape to tell because when you sniff your glass, you get a lot of lychee and rose petals. So hopefully, when they pour you the next wine, you will get that on the nose and palate. This is not going to be completely white, okay? Because this is what we call a skin contact wine. It is made from a white grape, and normally when you make white wine, you ferment without the skin on. But with Judith Beck, she allows the juice to be in contact with the skins for between 8 to 10 days. And what that does, imagine tea, right? When you put your tea bag in water and you let it steep, you actually give the water color. The longer it stays in the water, the deeper the color becomes. So with this white wine, the skin contact gives your wine a tinge of orange. It is not completely orange. It is getting there, but it is not going to be white. And that's because there's skin maceration for 8 to 10 days. So when you taste this wine, it is not going to be as crisp and lean as a natural white wine without any skin contact, because on the skin of the grapes is where you get tannin. In Filipino, tannin is pakla, or astringency. And you will feel that on your teeth, you will feel that on your gums. This white wine will have a little bit of tannin. And that actually is one of the things that you like to find in wine. It gives your wine structure. In red wines, when you have tannin, that means it is ageable for a longer period. But even with the tannins, because it is not macerated very, very long on the skin, it is still very refreshing. This wine we paired with the cheese board, and in Dr. Wine, one of my most favorite things to eat is the chicken liver pate or the mousse, and this is very good with that. And I know that
smells like
all of the rosés that come out of Provence. Even Angelina Jolie has a rosé coming out of Provence. The Milan family, they own a 15-hectare estate in Provence, and they started working without any chemicals in 1988. And in France, they take their wine seriously. With every region, there are designated grape varieties that are allowed to be planted, right? And if you go against that rule, you cannot label your wine as a wine from Provence. So usually in Provence, they use a lot of Grenache, Syrah, and Mourvèdre. But even those wines, if they are made as a single varietal, they cannot usually be labeled as AOC Provence. So, because when you do not use fertilizers and you actually just depend on what grows, there are certain vintages where you cannot follow the rules of the appellation. And so in 2007, the family of Henri Milan actually broke away from the Provence AOC, and they were reclassified as the Vin de France. So for a lot of people, they think that if your wine is not classified, that means that the wine is not good, right? I mean, a lot of people say, is that DOC, DOCG from Italy, or AOC, AOP from France? But the truth is, when the wine is not classified, it just means that the winemaker has had more freedom to play around with grape varieties, winemaking styles, even level of alcohol, and the number of bottles that are produced. So having the AOC or the appellation does not necessarily mean that the wine is going to be better. It just means that those wines follow the rules. So outside of AOC, AOP, IGP in France, you have Vin de France or Vin de Table, meaning it can be from anywhere in France because they don't follow the rules. And he has really cemented himself as a rebel in Provence. This rosé, can we move to our next slide, is made not by Henri, but by his son, Théophile. So he took over some of the winemaking duties from his father, and this is a blend of 4 grape varieties. This is Grenache, Syrah, Mourvèdre, and Sanso. And this has been directly pressed into cement tanks. Cement, unlike oak, does not give the wine any oxygen, no micro-oxygenation. It does not impart to the wine any flavors from oak, which usually gives you spice, vanilla, coconut. So this is just fruit. This does not hide behind the mask of oak aging or fermentation. So aged, when you see the word élevage, it's just so 6 months of aging in cement tanks, so inert vessels. This is a wine whose aromas reminded our team of candy, of gummy candy. I don't know if anybody here knows pochi, the strawberry, marshmallowy candy. So that's what we got on the nose. Lots of raspberries. And it is, a lot of people thought that this was a Japanese wine because, by the way guys, the Japanese make really fantastic wines. This is not Japanese, it's French, but it's called haru because in Japanese, haru means spring. And this is what the wine will remind you of. The color, the feel. It is just a happy wine. It's a wine that reminds you of spring. You know, new beginnings, because that's when usually flowering happens in the vineyard as well. It is good to drink on its own. Like this is a wine that is dangerously drinkable. Clou, as the French would say. Yes. And so I suggest that if you are full, you can drink this wine without any food. But please enjoy it with cold cuts, if you please. And they will be taking out one glass and replacing it with another. The second one. You like the second one? Because right now we're putting a lot of volunteers. This is because it's one of our and the natural wine that's very
Yes, let me know if you guys need any like tech for your business, like printers, scanners, things like that. POS also. Different stuff. Guys, sorry, you guys were all the way away. That's not working from this one. Okay, one of our people actually just came. They met with you guys. Share. Yes. Yes, I know your company because I used to work in Venus today.
Then Taal Vista in Tagaytay, and then Part 8 in Lagos.
Pero base ka sa Batangas or?
Which one? The one in Mall of Asia. Every week, the corner is a sister. So if you need anything from them, you can contact me, and then I'll get you connected.
Ano pa rin? Pero madali lang kasi
Nandalito ako. Traffic. So, ayun. Sa may Guadalupe. Kainta or Timol.
narinig ko sa kanya actually, tagal siya. Hirap siya, super hirap niya. Kailangan niya umalis
Bago
ng bahay ng 6, kakaibigan ng 7. Pero pag umalis siya ng 7, nakakarating siya 9. Yeah, mahirap
So may office kayo dito sa Manila?
Yes po, sa Bacan. Sa office namin sa Manila.
Or parang receiving
Yes, sa
reception?
sales.
Sales.
May need kami meet my clients,
Usually kasi anxieties namin from here. Kasi
Mga company din.
yes,
Company outing.
ang ano namin talaga, yung gear namin, yun yung for corporate. So, everywhere may mga team building, tapos nabigyan sa resort, pwede rin.
Pahinga na kami.
Even celebrities. Kasi private,
Oo,
medyo
private.
private.
May palit siya sa dulo. Ano?
Oo, mabait din.
Almost, every weekend, marami kayong
Pati.
huli ko.
Ngayon, medyo wala lang. Hindi ka lang malakas.
Mostly overnight or 3 days.
Yes. Yeah, 2 days. Pero kasi, meron din po kasi may in-house doctors. So, kami talaga yung
Wellness.
ano,
May mga yoga din, mga ganun. Oo, tama.
do yoga.
Sa mga gusto nila tayo dito kasi malaki kayo sa mga.
So, pupunta din yung mga gusto talaga. Actually, yung pandemic. Di ba yung hotels para usapan na ako kayo na buhay. Kasi may
Activity nga.
yes, kasi yung ibang mga guest na nag-stop dito, since may in-house doctors, parang pinili na lang nila sa malapit sa magpapagaling.
Okay na business yun. Check. Power. Lahat ba kayo lahat kayo taga? Of course. Sa highway, doon yung star. Ano? Sige, ito okay na sa'yo. Ah, sa Rivera. Magkano po sa Rivera? Magkano po sa Rivera?
Asawa ng kapatid ko.
Bayang pa na tayo.
Very careful ako. Nagkakaya ako sa
Diba?
Hindi ko sa bahay.
Doon din.
Ang mono.
Oh. Pero yung business namin, doon din. So, balaw-balaw. Restaurant. Balaw-balaw.
Pwede ko. Sila po, tatay nyo?
Gano'n ko na.
Lagi kami ng Miranda.
Ah, okay. Oh, Miranda. Kaya Emily. Boy. Oh. Pero buti na work ka sa ano eh. Anong work mo sa ano sa
Senior sales manager.
mga resort? Oo nga eh. Hindi ko na.
Even yung sa Mario. Mga profit pa.
Ah, talaga.
Yung mga department heads yun doon na nag-ano sa akin. Kapag nalaman na
Eh, bili mo doon.
hindi ko pala
Mga buro, mga tago. Yun, parang
Nag-events din po kasi.
pang function, meetings, mga birthday, mga typical baptismal.
Typical event.
Typical.
Kapirahan naman, pero hindi kami parang medyo malayo kami.
Malayo ko.
Kami sa side lang. Kasi yun, doon. Sa bayan kami.
Meron pa.
Mga teachers ko yun. Ay, yung mga tita ko mga teachers sa atin.
Okay.
Mga Miranda. Small world.
Sabi niya kasi taga Rizal.
Ako na ang gono eh. Taga Rizal po eh.
Oo.
Nakalimutan ko lang kung saan sa Labuan pala.
Ang galing-galing mo.
Ako nakita ko lang sa Facebook eh. Register na ako. Given. Okay naman. Sinuwag ko kasi.
Maganda po yung join kayo sa ganito para mag-broaden po yung reach nyo. Kasi yung march ang balaw-balaw.
Parang adventure outside.
Like ano.
Hindi, I mean outside sa lugar na
Pero balaw-balaw. Pwede balaw-balaw. Kasi
wala pang lugar. Actually, plan nila conference. Nais ko pa yung ako lang gumagawa ng presentation. Yung mga problema ko pa yung magkano yung royalty, yung mga
Nasa research.
ano pala, state. Hindi ko mabigyan naman. Baka may alam ka, baka may kilala ka. Sabi yung nagagawa ng franchise. Nagagawa ng franchise. Or marketing.
dapat sinabi mo nila dito. Kasi ba't tinatanong nila kung ano yung special nila. Tsaka sila yung nagtitinda ng sana pala na-capitalize natin kasi ang tayo.
Hindi na ako ready.
Alam mo yung parang lagay ng pizza sa sobrang nag-pizza. Nakalagay doon mga Filipino food naman. Sinangag, adobo, parang
Parang tama ka yan.
sobrang ganda. Ang gandang ipagdala nila sa kanila. Industry.
Sa ganito eh. Ngayon ako naman sa ganito. Mostly mga sinasaliyaw, mga trade fair, mga ganyan. Ito ang parang
by the bottle na
kasi malapit sa embutido. Malapit sa embutido yung lapit. Hindi magkalapit. Magkalapit lang. Dapat medyo malayo eh. Ano yung isa yung renta. Dati Santa Lucia, pero tumigil kami. Yung Praga. May BIPAD na, may FDA, UST. Halal na lang wala pa. Robinson siya ata meron. Pero wala, kasi umalis yung brother ko kasi gumagawa talaga. Kasakalan talaga. Oo. Pero yun, ako na yung pattern mo ba yun eh? Ako talaga gumawa. Kasi nagluluto ko. Ay, makasera na lang dati pa yung natulog. Si Isko yata yung huling pumunta sa si Isko.
may reservation pa rin sa
Meron din ako. Gusto mga tours. Mga sana tours.
UST, architecture, at saka
just to see how the wine rolls with food on the palate. So enjoy. This is the last wine of the evening. I hope that you guys enjoyed learning about natural wine with me. If you are interested in any of our wines, I said visit us. Our bar is open from Tuesdays to Saturdays in 7EO in BGC. From 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. And you can also buy our wines online. So our website is supernaturalwine.ph. And if any of you guys are very active on social media, because mukha namang Gen Z, yung mga tao dito, please do not forget to tag us on Instagram, Supernatural Wine, and me, 5.5 Twists on Instagram. So I do a lot of wine education, informal tastings, wine dinners like tonight. Thank you very, very much for giving us this space to talk about our wines. Enjoy the rest of the evening and enjoy the wine.
company?
The ACCP, we're the one who hosted this.
Organized.
What company? Balo. No, I got the registration online. How do you find the event so far this year? Yeah. A very good opportunity. Huh?
You can learn a lot, right?
Yeah. Even me, I don't really know anything about the food and beverage industry, but I was able to, really grasp a lot of
It's
things.
like the same problems.
Yeah.
Parang ano lang.
Yeah. Parang everyone in the same industry, or even from other people who were in the real estate industry, they were kind of facing the same problems. Do you have a business card?
I wasn't able to.
Maybe an email.
Okay.
So I believe Balo isn't a member of the chamber, but perhaps.
Because we're outside the
But that's perfect because we also have a regional branches. Where are you located?
result.
In Rizal, okay. So we have two branches in the zone, which is the one our headquarters are in Manila, and then one in North and Central Luzon. So perhaps you'd be interested as well because we do have similar events like this, but for our next networking event, we're gonna expect around 200 to 250 people. So it's a great opportunity talaga to network. Oh, you can get it.
Yeah, let me know if you have an event in Rizal.
Yes, for sure. So you came all the way from Rizal just for this event?
Somebody called me like last week.
Yeah. I did remember I received your registration last week. But
Okay,
going
why
home,
not?
it's not traffic naman. It is? Is it because of the trucks?
I went to P6 and then I took a shortcut to Taguig and then P5.
So around, how long does it normally take for you to get home at this time?
Probably less than an hour.
Oh, that's not too bad. Because normally with traffic, it's gonna be 2 hours or even more.
Maybe after the rush hour.
Yeah. I think now it's pretty.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed your event, and don't forget to clean your. We have a gift there outside. Yeah.
Alright.
It was nice meeting you, sir.
What's your name?
Martina. Yeah. Thank you.
Galing ka ba saan? Sorry, kukunin ko lang yung info mo.
Hi,
Si Sir...
Rembrandt from Mangon Rizal. Balo Restaurant.
Ano ba yung name Di ba pangalan siya talaga?
Artist
Tama ba?
name siya actually.
Talaga? Ano yung last name, sir? Anong area?
Rizal. Laguna mostly. Anong
Ano
company?
lang conditioner mo kasi parang kakaiba yung delicacies mo.
Meron kami mga insects like cricket, ganyan.
Ako mga pupunta sa
Frogs.
ibang bansa, mga taga...
Mostly mga foreigners,
pupunta sa inyo.
adventurous, mga ganun.
Ano siya, parang... Paano?
Ano din siya art gallery museum, that's the restaurant there.
So you're an artist like...
Yeah.
Ano nag-paint?
Painting, kasi father ko talaga may gawa. Pero kinukontinue na lang namin.
Ano yung parang yung personality mo medyo sometimes reserved, pero minsan all out naman. Kaya mo yung approach yun nabi ko. Anyway, thank you kasi nakita mo very medyo late ka na may mask.
Oo.
Pero yun, it's nice na naman na enjoy ka. So, gusto mo yan for sure kasi medyo maasim-asim.
Hindi, mas gusto ko yung second. Mas light siya.
Peach ba? Peach yun.
Medyo pang girl pero.
Pero kakaiba no?
Lasa yung lychee eh. Ako yung lychee. O the first one okay din. Kasi mas siya eh, parang pampatanggal ng umay, pampatanggal ng...
Ay, so yung number mo. Kasi wala tayong
0916 887 8572.
8870.
No, 8570.
8570. Ano destination mo sir?
Ha?
Ano destination mo?
Well, we are the owner, pero also...
Ay, mas right kasi sabihin ko sana. Pero sabihin, ano pa, hindi naman, paano mo siya napili or talagang like mo lang talaga yung kakaibang
Ano man, parang minana ko rin siya eh, sa father.
so talagang ano?
Family business eh.
So ilang years na siyang nag-ano?
80s na kami nag-start eh.
Yung pagluto mo, grabe, sinisip ko sa normally sa Pampanga, ganun yung mga food. Pero kung
Parang
sa...
may mga kusinero kami galing Pampanga, Bicol, so parang ano din.
Ikaw ba yung nag-share na parang pinaka-challenges nila is mga chef?
Hindi, sure yata. Ay, yung chef natin.
Isa sa mga batang chef. Kayo wala naman kayong problem.
Well,
Kasi diba, it's a calling.
yung mga chef namin, dati pa eh. Kasi
Sa family.
pagka father ko pa yun.
Are you based here or you're based in...
So nag-rise ka or...
Okay.
Car.
I mean, I'm not based in Florida.
Ano nga pa niyo?
RC, kami yung nag-sponsor.
Kayo yung sponsor.
So, boss
Okay.
si Bo.
I see.
Ayan, so part lang ng discussion namin is makapagbigay lang kami after the network, kilala kayo, ano yung mga lead nyo. Pero may system ba kayo? May mga system na kayo, sir?
Yung mga
Never
free,
in
ano
digital.
lang, mga free app lang.
Nabigay na ganun sa digital. Kasi, ayan, I will understand na wala. Kasi kung paano mo ini-inventory, parang ino-order mo lang sa raw map mo.
Yung iba, yung iba, ano na eh, nakapackage.
Pero yung sa inventory mo, kasi sabi mo kanina, i-change kayo into distribution. Tama ba? Kasi mga parang delicacies na lang yung pinupokus mo ngayon. Tama ba yung mga sausawan? Yung ba yun na-share mo?
Yung food manufacturing.
Ayun. Bakit biglang na-push mo yung business?
Pero dati pa, yung brother ko naman kasi nag-expand. Hindi siya yung nag-venture to food manufacturing. Kasi,
It's very rare.
kasi yung sauce na yun, bihira siya sa ibang sa ibang lugar. Like,
Sabi mo kung prepare ko siya dun sa mga food na ina-offer niyo. Parang hirap yung partner.
ano siya eh, appetizer eh.
Appetizer.
Pwedeng ihalo sa sinigang.
May website ba kayo?
Ha?
May website ba kayo, sir?
Sa Facebook din. Instagram,
Sige na.
Balaw-Balaw, 1983.
Sige. Wow, may date talaga.
Kasi nag-start ko.
Baka mali ako, balaw-balaw yung nilagay ko. 1983. Balaw-balaw?
B-A, tama.
Okay.
Gmail.
Kaya natin ko. Tingnan ko sa Facebook. So, hindi kayo talaga more of digital, no? Diba, hindi pa open for that. Pero kasi kung wala kang online presence, parang may beta kasi nasa manufacturing ka.
May mga website yung before, then nag-lapse na yung mga
So, nag-try din kayo for that.
Kasi may mga, di ba, 1 year lang siya. So,
Hindi mo siya nare-review.
hindi ka na.
Kasi syempre, kung meron ka ng mga products, magkaroon ka ng avenue sa
Sana Shopee meron.
tapos may Shopee na.
Shopee na ako. Tapos yung mga products lang, mga bagoong, mga...
Pero anong target mo nun? Pag nagman...
Traffic pa. I like the place. Thank you. Uy.
Sir, ingat po.
Kita sa... Kahit saan.
See you around.
Oh, si Aaron.
Sir, ano pong name nyo?
Rembrandt.
Rembrandt,
Oh,
Petina po.
Petina.
Petina. Bye-bye. Ingat po. Bye, sir.
Bye.
Thank you.
Traffic to eh.
Oo. Naka-park sa kayo, naka-park.
Diyan lang, diyan.
I'm Ann po ulit.
Ann.
Thank you. Ingat po kayo.
Napunta ako ng Batangas.
Oo nga, Lipa City, sir. Batangas.
May mga ano doon, may mga massage. May mga massage.
Oo, meron
pa.
nga. Meron nga.
Mga yoga, kung gusto niyo mag-yoga. yoga.
Tagal na rin ang binigi-yoga eh.
Yes. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Pasok muna ako sa loob. Buwan ko yung
Sige.
CR.
Kamaya ng taas tayo.
Toilet. CR. Okay. Ito. Ito ano ito. Hollywood. Bili lang ako ng siomay. Bago ano. Ayan boss. Show my bell. Kano?
25 yan, 4 na peraso.
25. Sige, pabili ako. Yung steam, naka-steam na yan.
Ha?
Mainit na.
Magpapatay ng surot. Kasama sa buhay barat yan. At lalo huwag kang sasaling alam mo. Alaga ko yan. Aray ko!
Isusa ko ka.
Butch, anak. Nasa sinapupunan pa lamang kita eh. Ipinalaga ko ng magiging obispo ka. Para higit kang makapaglingkod sa Diyos.
Hindi ka nababagay sa lugar ko. Magiging abogado ka. At ikaw ang mamamahala sa mga negosyo natin balang araw. Tandaan mo yan, Butch.
Naku, Bert, ha?
Wala ko.
At na huwag mong tuturuan humawak ng baril ng anak ko.
Mamaya, ma. Pabayaan mo siyang matutong humawak ng baril para malaman niya kung ano ang baril.
Bueno, kung sabagay, yung lolo niya, nahalit.
Oh, ayaw mo ba nun? Baka paglaki niyang anak mo, maging kasing husay ng papa mo. Yun naman pala eh.